Perfect. Hey, you guys, it is our combined team call, July 8th, and we are going to kick things off. Just go over our calendar for the month of July, go over Muscle Burns Fat, go over Summit. Virtual Summit is happening next week. So pumped for that. And then be thinking about any questions that you guys have about anything coach related or anything else. So if you have questions, put them over in the chat and we'll get to them towards the end. So yeah, if Madison's ready, Madison, you want to do the calendar? You got it?
I should unmute before I start talking. Yes. Okay. So today is the 8th, right? Yes. Okay, so Summit next week, it kicks off on Wednesday, right? Or does it kick off Thursday? I need to double check that.
Wednesday.
Do you know? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will drop links and stuff as it gets going, but if you guys need like access to Coach Summit to stream it, just go to Coach FAQs. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited to just like watch everything and still like feel that energy and stuff. So make sure you guys make that a priority to stream in live if you can. There's going to be events like all next week, like Wednesday through Saturday or Sunday. So I don't have times on specific things. Do you, Debbie, have times on?
Yeah.
anything?
So we'll just talk about Summit real quick since we're on it. But download the Team B or TBB, Team Beachbody Events app. And on the app, you can go through it, and every day it shows what they're doing. And if you click on it, it says a time and where you get access. So some of them are going to have links, and you click on the link to get access. Some of them will be in the Beachbody Champions page, and you'll go to that. Some of them are pre-recorded. I know Mike already did her pre-recording of hers. So just go in there and look through it, and then put alerts in your phone so you know when to do it. And there's going to be workouts with super trainers. You guys, it is so good. And guess what? Never have you been able to go to Summit unless you pay for a ticket and go to the actual event. So you guys could have it all live. So seriously, make the time to be part of it because the energy is amazing. It's a blast. It's so fun. So fun. I think that was it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Next thing, on the 21st, I believe, I might have these dates wrong because I just copied them from last month's calendar. But I believe on the 21st is they just had an Emerald call. Did they just have an Emerald call?
That was for the special group. So that wasn't their monthly one. You're right.
Okay. So 21st, Emerald call at 10 a.m. On the 27th, MBF launches for customers. But they can be starting now, you guys, with a coach account. They can get started. I know for me, I don't know about everybody else. We run groups together and stuff. But for me and my girls, I'm going to start a prep week for MBF on the 27th. So when it launches to customers, I'm going to do clean week that week because we'll be done with 80-day obsession the week before that. And then I'm going to start our day one group for MBF on August 3rd. So that's kind of my plan. If anybody else wants to jump in with that. And then our coach info call with the whole upline is on the 30th, that Thursday at 8 p.m. And that is all I have on my calendar so far. Anything else, you guys?
That was mine. That's everything on mine. Rebecca, do you have anything? I know you're muted and doing family stuff. Okay, one other thing I wanted to talk about is it starts with 2-Star Group. So that group's on Facebook. Ask your coach how to get access to that. That's what the call was last night, how to get to Emerald in 24 hours. It was so solid. So look for that in your team pages too, because it was a really great call. And I encourage all of you to tonight, before you go to bed, make a list of 100 people and have that as an invite list and invite all those people this week. Like, just do it. I have my list of 50 and I'm going to get through it also. So I'm doing that challenge along with you. But it's going to be awesome. So to get into that group by July 13th, you need 4 active coaches, and one of those 4 has to be an Emerald coach. So 2 under that person. So totally doable by the 13th. And it's led by like all the top coaches, you guys. It's going to be solid. It already is. I love it. Let's see. We already talked about Summit, Muscle Burns Fat. Madison kind of talked about it, but just the fact that the coach window is open, be inviting about it. Madison, I know you can chime in, and so can Rebecca. I'm talking about it in my stories. Even though I'm doing 80-day obsession, I'm talking about it. I'm saying, do you want to try the free workout? And putting a little thing, try it, send me info. And then I'm inviting in people personally, like messaging them, hey, do you want to try this workout? And you know what I'm doing when I invite them to a challenge group and they say no? I'm like, here, I'll read it to you. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, will you try this free workout and give me your, what do I say? When they say no right now, I'm saying, no problem. Would you be willing to test out a free sample workout for me and give me your honest feedback? So total, like, plug just to get them to try a free sample workout and see what they think. You know, their feedback is going to benefit you and them. Talked about the customer window. I'm starting day 1 personally on July 27th, but you guys can start and be doing it however you want. You're the CEO of your business, so you can do it however you want to. I personally, I don't know, Rebecca and Madison, what you're doing, but I think we should add them all into our Summer Strong group. Like people who are, not open a separate group. What do you think?
I have really liked having the Facebook Messenger thread, just like a message thread with 80-Day Obsession. And we did open up an 80-Day Obsession group also on the app, and I personally didn't check in there and like love on people.
Engage,
I know people were like checking in because you just click all the things and you just log into all your groups. But I personally didn't get into the bod group one. So I think that's a great idea, just to do the ongoing, plug all of our people that are doing MBF or whatever program, throw them all in there, and then we should have a separate Facebook thread.
Agree. So we can open that up on the 27th, or I guess we could open it now. I don't know.
So with MBF, I'm not doing 80-day anymore. I wanted to finish 10 rounds. So I finished 10 rounds this week. So I'm going to start MBF next week and do a full round of it before I start with Madison on the 3rd of August. So then I'll have been able to go through the whole first round, and I can answer questions for anyone that starts it on the 3rd and does clean week that first week and does prep. So that's, if anyone has questions, I'll be able to try and answer them. But hopefully I have my challenge pack by then. Because I want the ropes. I don't want to start without the ropes.
Yes. If you haven't ordered your challenge pack, do it. Do it right now. And if you don't need anything, sign up a spouse, sign up your mom, put something under someone else. Like that was an awesome idea. So we'll talk more about the message thread and when we're going to start it, but we'll for sure have a message thread. I can't talk. I think that was it. Oh, and in your video, like if I show a sample of Muscle Burns Fat in my stories, I'm just pushing play and learning one move and showing the one move. So I'm not doing the whole thing or whatever, but I'm trickling it into my stories. So that's something else you can do. Any questions about Muscle Burns Fat or anything, or how we're going to run the groups or anything? I can't see the chat.
And if you guys haven't, like, if you guys are not familiar with Megan, I would do a clean week. Like, if you're doing 80-Day Obsession, maybe try it on like a Sunday or something when you don't have a workout. But I would totally try the Muscle Burns Fat, like, sample workout, or any of the clean week, and just like get to know the trainer, and so you can kind of talk about her. And I personally haven't really talked a ton about MBF just because I'm not starting. I'm doing a whole beginners boot camp this month until I start, but even just like trickling in those workouts too would be a good idea.
For sure. That's all I had. like really short. I did have a little exercise I wanted to do, but not exercise, but do someone talking.
I was just gonna say, me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, I was just gonna say with Megan, like if you don't really know who she is, there's on the TBB 411 Instagram page, they have a video. I can't remember. I don't even know what it's called, but they have a video on her that she like explains who she is, how she got into fitness. Like she started doing bodybuilding competitions when she was 13, you guys. 13. Like that's insane. So, and she talks about that in the video. So, just if you want to get more information on her.
Yeah. Or the National Wake Up Call was awesome. Just her explaining the whole program and everything. So, and kind of her story, how she got started with Beachbody and stuff. So, yeah. Educate ourselves. Okay. Madison doesn't know I'm doing this, but go grab a pen and paper real quick. Everyone, not just Madison. Just kidding. Okay, so my post today, I talked about gratitude, and I realized that gratitude like unlocks joy and happiness and peace. And like that should be something you do every single day. Like legit. And if you're struggling, you should be doing more of it. Like I've done it where I just write and write and write until I have nothing else to write about and fill up a page. So I want to read this real quick and then we're going to do a little exercise. Big or small, appreciate it all. Build a daily gratitude list. The fastest way to a better attitude is through gratitude. Jot down the top 7 things or people you are most grateful for. If you have more, keep going. It's easy to think about things we're grateful for, but to write them down and see them visually reinforces the power of gratitude. Whenever you need a reminder of how fortunate you are, revisit this list often. A minor negative has no power in the presence of your major positives. You guys, you can't be angry and grateful at the same time. So when you're in this phase of gratitude, you're going to feel grateful, you're going to have more joy and all that good stuff. So I want you to write down 7 things. And I don't mean just like family. Like I want you to write out a sentence, 7 sentences of what you're grateful for right now. So we're all going to do it. I've got my paper here. I love my Start Today journal from Rachel Hollis. Every day I write down 5 things and it's awesome. So I'm going to play a little music and we're going to do it. So here we go. I hope you got 7 things. The more you give thanks, the more life will give you to be thankful for. Go thank 3 people today and make their day. So tell 3 people these 3 things every single day. And it doesn't have to be the same people or the same person, these 3 things, but say thank you, tell them you appreciate them, and then pay them a compliment. Like, how cool is that? Like, I don't know about you guys, but how do you feel when someone gives you a compliment? How do you feel when someone appreciates you for what you do at work or at home, or your husband says, man, that meal was amazing. Thank you so much. It was so good. Or, man, your butt looks good today. Or like just anything. How do you feel? Or when someone sends you a thank you note, when was the last time you sent someone a personal thank you note? Like, just think about how you feel when you are the recipient, and then do that for other people. And I promise you, like, it will bring more joy in your life as you serve other people and as you are in a space of gratitude. So I just thought it was super cool that I read that today. It's from this book. He came and he's a painter, and then he's a motivational speaker. He came to my school and talked, and I've loved his book. So many good nuggets in there. But so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you felt a little bit better after you did gratitude.
So I totally got a letter, a little note in the mail from Debbie a couple weeks ago, and this is the power of it. Okay, I was having a not so good day and just like feeling pretty crappy, and then Jake was like, "Oh, did you see your mail?" And I was like, "No." And it was a little note from Debbie just telling me thanks and how much she appreciated me, and it just like did my soul so good. Like, you never know the impact you can make, especially like imagine how that feels when other people give that to you or you give that to other people, but imagine giving yourself that too. Like, it does a world of difference. Like, gratitude is incredible, and I've learned that over just this year. I've been practicing gratitude, and it's like a practice. Like, you have to practice it for sure. But like she was saying, like fear and hate and anger cannot coexist with gratitude and love. So it's powerful.
Hey,
it really is.
Okay. So I had a not so good day yesterday. And it's funny how our mindset just kind of, like, ultimately we decide how we feel, no matter what our circumstances are. But I just kind of let myself be frustrated and angry yesterday a little bit over some things. And it's just amazing how really, like, gratitude and just, yeah, gratitude, thankful heart can't coexist with, you said, like, fear. And I was just thinking too, a lot of times, especially like my first couple launches, I was worried, like a little bit fearful, like, oh, have I already missed the boat? I mean, it's already launch day, like, just like worried that I wasn't taking advantage of things and that I was missing the boat, and, fear. And I think sometimes with all the excitement and hype around launches, we can get that way sometimes and feel like there's this train that's going and we're like FOMO, I don't know, just fear. And I think I just remind all of us to take a step back and just really be grateful for what these resources have brought to that gratitude and abundance. Then our invites are going to sound more positive, more genuine, more excited, and it's going to come from a better place. It's going to be received better. So just, I don't know, if any of you guys are struggling with feelings of like, what do I do? Fear, like, I don't, enough. We know enough. This has already blessed our lives. And this program is another one that's going to be amazing. And just to try to think, who am I going to bless, or who's going to be blessed by this? And just come from that mindset, and it shifts everything.
I love it. I think Rebecca's right. Like, I think we all experience different challenges, different struggles, and we can lean into that, or and grow from it, or we can kind of like stay in that space. And I totally believe working with Jacqueline, like it's okay to have feelings of anger or frustration or failure. Like those aren't feelings we should chase away. We should like be able to recognize those feelings, but then we should be able to question, okay, why am I feeling this way? And then be able to move past that gracefully and then get to a space where we want to be. But I want to touch on mess because Rebecca talked about that, how sometimes your day is a little bit messy. I read that today too. So it says it's all about focus. What we focus on feeds our attitude and the choices we make. Most of us naturally gravitate to a focus on the mess. And if we only focus on the mess, we run into the risk of missing the meaning and self-realization and growth. When we focus on the mess, we feel it more and often make choices based off those feelings. The idea that life can be messy with changes, challenges, and uncertainty. We will all go through seasons of perks, peaks, and valleys. I am speaking from experience in those moments. It is much easier to ask questions like, why me? Why this? Why now? What is not easy is to ask more enlightening questions like, how can I learn from this? Who am I becoming? What opportunity is in this mess? I have learned over time that the attitude we choose determines what we see and the meaning we attach to what we see. Our attitude is a factory that interprets the information that happens to us in life. Isn't that so good, you guys? Like,
Debbie, I love that. I need
There's-
that. Will you send it to me?
I will send it. But there's so much power, you guys, in our thoughts. And like, I know that there's been times in this business where I'm like, it's because of coaching. It's taken away from my family. I'm feeling like a failure. Like there can be so many things that we tell ourselves, but you guys, when we lean into this business, I was listening to Micah's podcast that she launched Monday, I think it was. And she said that everything we do as a coach, you guys, makes us a better human. Whether or not I am running this as a business, this is helping me level up in life. And I hope you guys recognize that. Like, think about the growth that you've made as an individual since you started. Like, you're stepping into your greatness. And that's so powerful. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. We love you guys and we want the most for you. We want the best for you. And it's just that what we have is so powerful, life-changing. That's it.
I love that. I love
Hey, did you guys already talk about Summit at the beginning?
Yes. Do you have anything to add
Okay,
to
my
it?
audio was being funky. So.
Yeah, slacker, Rebecca.
Huh?
She's having a birthday.
Hey, look, Jess, where am I?
The jump zone.
Yeah.
So much fun, huh?
I'm gonna hop on so I can jump with these kiddos, but love you guys.
Have fun. Love ya.
Bye.
Does anyone have any thoughts or feelings or questions or anything that they're struggling with they want to kind of get help with or anything like that? Mace has something to say.
Rhoda's.
Oh. Aw. Okay, well, ask away in the threads if you guys have anything that comes up, how we can help you and support you. I think that's it. Madison, anything else?
Just one last question for all you guys. Do you guys have, like, is your game plan pretty much the same as ours for this launch in MBF? Like, do you guys have a game plan? Do you have, like, calendar? And that's something that helps me a ton, is just, like, writing down the dates and, like, looking at a calendar of, like, okay, this week I'm doing this week I'm talking about this week I'm inviting to this week is prep week. So give me a thumbs up if you guys have a game plan and, like, dates on your journey, when you're starting, what nutrition you're doing. Yes, Jess, definitely yes. Jess looks like that your thumb was like the size of your head.
Love it. Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna get on a power hour after this, if anyone wants to get on with me. Well,
Right,
actually,
yeah.
I need to put the children to bed first.
I was just gonna
Big
say
brats.
I'm gonna get on and do a invite blitz too. So yeah, if anybody needs to work, we will send a link in the threads and get after it.
Okay, send it. I'll join too.
You better. I'm weird right now. I'm sorry. I
Fine.
want to get in my classroom today. You guys.
You must have practiced a lot of gratitude. You're so happy.
I've seen my student class list for next year, and we are like planning on going back to school regular and everything.
That's crazy.
Stupid corona.
For real. All right, ladies.
All right, ladies.
Okay, that's all.
Talk to you later.
Love your guts.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.